Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Stu Gregory. I am president of the Manatee Community Foundation, and I am pleased to welcome you today for our 8th annual Spirit of Manatee Award on behalf of our board of directors. At this time, I'd like to ask that we take a brief moment of silence for each of us to offer thanks for not only the wonderful generosity of those that we are going to be honoring today, but thanks for the meal and the many blessings we have received. A moment of silence. Thank you. Please go ahead and enjoy your lunch while we continue with the program. 3 weeks ago, we had an interesting legacy luncheon, and it was to host our Legacy Society and look for more members. We honored all of those individuals, and we had a very unusual, I wouldn't say he's unusual, he's even unusual to me. Chat Varga is an ex-professional NBA basketball player, and he is about 3 inches taller than me and about 85 pounds. So few people I have to look up to, but he's a guy that I really, from what he is doing, like to look up to. Mr. Varga related a very personal story. His life was changed, he said, saved by a donor who gave an anonymous $26,000 scholarship for him to attend a private basketball high school that usually fires you into the Division I teams. That act of generosity has had ripple effect far beyond the life of the one individual. Chat now reaches out to thousands of troubled teens every year, helping them change their life. How do you measure the impact of our giving? Often it is in the form of legacies, with one legacy spawning another. The individuals and organizations that we honor here today are living legacies of their time, resources, expertise to cause good things to happen throughout our community. And no doubt one day in the future, we will be honoring someone who has been impacted by the legacies of our honorees today. That's a beautiful thing about legacies. Gifts are simply passed forward. Congratulations and thank you to all of this year's Spirit honorees. Now I'd like to recognize our Manatee Community Foundation Board of Directors, our Advisory Board, and the Lakewood Ranch Advisory Board. If you would please stand and let's give these good people a round of applause. It is this group of citizens who have committed their time and efforts to build philanthropy in Manatee County. We thank you so much for your continued leadership. I'd like to also recognize two special friends representing our partner foundation, the Community Foundation of Sarasota. If you would please stand. Roxy Jurdy, the President and CEO, and CFO Laura Spencer. We thank you for joining us today, and I'd like to make a personal observation. I've been active in this community going on 50 years and been chairman of the chamber and things like that, and we've always tried to get together with Sarasota County and do something for both communities. And I will tell you honestly, this is the first time that I have witnessed the cooperation that we have between our foundation and Roxy's foundation, and we appreciate that. I'd also like to recognize and thank the selection committee for the Spirit of Manatee County Awards. If you would please stand. Kim Dalish, Bob Christopher, Brenda Rogers, if you'd please stand. Thank you. Selecting our honorees among so many worthy nominations is not an easy task. So we have some great honorees today. They are well deserving, and the community appreciates all that they have done. We'd also like to thank our key sponsors of Bassett, Vida, Vining, and Herman. Finally, I'd like to thank the sponsors of the Spirit of Manatee Awards Luncheon for their premier sponsorship for 8 continuous years. And that again is the Bassett, Vining, Vida, and Hampton. We really thank you. They are associated with Morgan Stanley. Our patron sponsor is Mote Marine Laboratories, and our media sponsor is the Bradenton Herald, Bright House Network, and METV. We also appreciate the support of all of our table sponsors for this event. Again, welcome. It's going to be a great afternoon, and at this time I'd like to introduce our Executive Director, Marilyn Howard. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. It's great to see you all back here for our 8th Spirit of Manatee Awards. This is really something. Putting on this event is truly a group effort, so another group of people we do want to thank is our steering committee. If you would stand to be recognized, Ashley Brown, Karen Dove, Vicki Bartz, Caroline Tanner, Kristen Tyson, Jill McGarry, Leah Brown, and special kudos to our own Joan McCaw. Thank you, ladies. Our glass artist, Denise Johnson, is here with us this afternoon. This is the 4th year that Denise has created the Spirit of Manatee Award. Thank you, Darlene, for this wonderful piece of art. Has everyone got their credit cards ready? Have you limbered up your fingers to race across the computer keyboard? Well, you know something, it's almost time for the 2013 Giving Partner 36-Hour Challenge. As you know, the Giving Partner is an online directory populated with in-depth information about charitable organizations located or operating in Manatee, Sarasota, Charlotte, and DeSoto counties. The Giving Partner is a collaboration among the Community Foundation of Sarasota County, Gulf Coast Community Foundation, and the Manatee Community Foundation, with support from the Patterson Foundation. This year's 36-Hour Giving Challenge will be held from 7 a.m. on March 5th to 7 p.m. on March 6th to receive your online secure donations. We are proud to say that more than $600,000 will be available as matching funds or incentive grants for nonprofits with profiles on the Giving Partner. Manatee County did great at this event last year. The Manatee players were the huge winner. So we hope to do equally as well this year with your help. So please support your favorite nonprofit during the 36-Hour Giving Challenge. You're going to be able to read more about the Giving Partner and the 36-Hour Giving Challenge, plus examples of the value of donations in your complimentary copy of Manatee Magazine. I'm holding up one here. And we'll hand those out after our luncheon today. But you can get some great ideas as to what $25 to an organization will do for that organization, what $500 will mean to that organization. So if you're interested, be sure to pick up a copy of Manatee Magazine. You know, legacy is the theme of the Spirit of Manatee Awards this year, and I am so pleased to get to share with you a truly wonderful legacy story that will impact our community's young people and their futures. Francis E. McCracken, Mac, as he was known to his friends, and his wife, Gail, retired to Manatee County after years of teaching. Mac taught vocational agriculture and biology, and Gail taught social studies. They both knew the value of education and the need for quality teachers now and in the future. They also recognized the escalating costs of higher education and wanted to help those who were interested in pursuing a teaching career. And so, as longtime Manatee County residents, they also wanted to support local students in this endeavor. Thanks to their generosity, through a bequest in their will, State College of Florida, University of South Florida, and the Manatee Community Foundation are each receiving $1 million for scholarship funds for teacher education. This is a $3 million legacy for this Manatee County community, and it will impact the young people in our community for generations. And we thank the McCrackens, and I would like to say I would also like to thank Jim Hammer as trustee for helping to bring the McCrackens to our charitable organizations. You know, it's legacy gifts of all sizes that build the community foundation and provide the resources to meet the needs of the community. As we grow, I can report to you another banner year of grant making in Manatee County. This past year, MCF distributed over $2 million in grants and scholarships. 81 local nonprofits benefited from these grants. So thanks to all of you for your generosity and for using the services of the Manatee Community Foundation. Wrapping up quickly, I just want to remind you about the calendar that is at your table. This is not a CD. Do not leave it behind. This is a calendar for you to take and enjoy. And finally, the most important thing, the centerpieces on the table were arranged for the 8th year by the Manatee River Garden Club, with flowers donated by the Preston Family's Manatee Fruit Company and Cortez Floral. And one lucky person at each table will get to take that centerpiece home. So, for your conversation, the person at each table whose birthday is closest to today's date, you get to take the centerpiece home and enjoy. All right, at this time, I'd like to introduce David Bassett. David of the Bassett Vita Vining and Herman Group at Morgan Stanley. They are our premier sponsors, and we thank them so much. David?
Thank you, Marilyn. No, I don't have any flowers to give away, so you don't have to worry about when your birthday is. In this, the 8th year of the Spirit of Manatee Awards, the Bassett Vita Vining Herman Group at Morgan Stanley is excited to be allowed to once again be the title sponsor, an honor we've enjoyed since inception. My partners, John Vita, Chris Vining, Jared Herman, and Ryan Denton, and I derive great inspiration from the award recipients. For by their example, they show how we all can dig deeper to improve the quality of life in this our great community. You know, when our nominees see a need, they don't turn to others for help. They come up with solutions. That's a passion that we at the Bassett V. Divining Herman Group share both in helping clients and giving back. We are enriched by the example of our award recipients, for they truly live by the motto, if it is to be, it's up to me. On behalf of the Bassett V. Divining Herman Group and Morgan Stanley, I congratulate our award recipients, and I thank all of you for helping to celebrate their achievements. With that, please continue to enjoy your meal. We will be back with you shortly to begin to celebrate their achievements. Thank you.
My name is Ed Chiles. I am fortunate to be a member of the advisory board of the Manatee Community Foundation and a past board member and chairman of the organization. Before we get started, it's always about the food for me. So before we get started, I just want to take a chance to thank Hugh and Karen Miller for this great meal today and for being a corporate sponsor. And to Greg and Michelle and your whole team, I think you're doing an excellent job today, Hugh. So thank you very much, you and your team. I also want to take the opportunity to recognize all of our previous year's honorees, many of whom are with us tonight. I'm going to have them stand as I read their names, and I'm going to ask that you hold your applause until the end. The Lifetime Spirit awardees, Jean and Ann Beckstein, Stuart Gregory, Jan Entwistle, and Eddie Mulock. Leadership Spirit awardees, Paul Henley and Ursula Heitman, Jamie Carter, Karen and Hugh Miller, Mary Ann Turner, and Jeannie and Chuck Slater. Volunteer Spirit awardees, Trudy Moon, Ed and Joanne Dick, Debbie and Steve Tapp, John Horn, Pat Glass, Mary Ann and John Moyer, and John Vita. Community Spirit awardees, Pittsburgh Pirates Organization, Manatee Memorial Hospital Foundation, and Bright House Networks. And last, the Special Collaborative Spirit awardee, Mr. Charles Clapsaddle, who is once again with us and his team doing an outstanding job tonight. Please give him a round of applause. Our first award tonight is the Young Spirit Award. It's presented to a young person, group, or organization under the age of 21 who has demonstrated an exceptional commitment to the charitable community by direct financial support, who has contributed time and energy to a fundraising effort, and who has, by example, encouraged and motivated others, young and old, to make contributions to a charitable organization in Manatee County. Our Young Spirit honoree is nominated by Bradenton Christian School. Let's see what they have to say.
Kristen Truong represents the true spirit of a servant leader. She is a person of high moral character and has a heart for giving and serving. Kristen has been serving our community through the Bradenton Christian School Key Club for more than 3 years and has been a past president and vice president. Now, Kristen serves the entire Florida district as its elected treasurer, managing a budget of $750,000 for more than 350 schools and 19,000 students. That's quite an accomplishment for a 17-year-old student. Leading by example, Kristen performed more than 750 hours of service in our area. As a result, she has created a population of servant leaders at Bradenton Christian School. More than 100 young men and women have become involved in BCS Key Club service activities under Kristen's leadership. In addition, through Kristen's efforts, more than $10,000 has been raised for local organizations in need. One major project that Kristen has developed in our community is our annual Ping Pong to Eliminate tournament, which is an event that raises money to eradicate maternal and neonatal tetanus around the world. Through Kristen's leadership, this tournament has become an intergenerational, multi-community event that draws diverse people from our local area and as far away as Fort Lauderdale. Kristen, clearly you have left an indelible mark on the students you have led, the individual lives you continue to touch, and the community you joyfully serve. Congratulations, Kristen, on this special honor.
Pleasure and privilege to present to you the recipient of the Young Spirit Award, Kristen Truong.
It is such an honor and privilege to be standing in front of all of you, prominent business leaders and philanthropic organizations in Manatee County. I would like to thank Bradenton Christian School, Mrs. Sycamore, Mr. Lumpke, my uncle, and my best friend Melissa for attending today, and especially my nominator, Mrs. Gerber, who has been with me throughout my entire high school years and has always supported me in everything I've done. I would like to thank my grandparents, my parents, and my sister Carrie for their continued support, traveling with me everywhere, and always being there for guidance. I would like to most importantly thank God for this opportunity and everything He has blessed me with. Thank you to the Manatee Community Foundation for the opportunity to be a part of this special day.
They've got one of these for you right down there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Next is the Community Spirit Award, presented to a grant-making foundation, corporation, business, or service organization which demonstrates outstanding commitment to the charitable community through direct financial support and through its leadership and motivation of others to participate and advance philanthropy in our community. This year we have 2 Community Spirit honorees. Our corporate Community Spirit honoree is nominated by the Women's Resource Center. Roll tape.
It was with great pleasure that we nominated the Bradenton Herald for the Community Spirit Award this year. As I was thinking about who to nominate, I was honestly surprised that the Bradenton Herald had not received a Spirit Award in the past. And then it hit me. We were all just waiting for the perfect moment. In 2012, the Bradenton Herald celebrated its 90th year as a community paper for Manatee County. The Bradenton Herald has been the backbone of support as a media partner to many nonprofits. Through their support, we are able to advertise our programs, events, and services. They provide thousands of dollars of in-kind advertising to nonprofits every year. And if you want to talk about events, they sponsor close to 300 events locally. That's a lot of dinners, Bob. A cornerstone of the Bradenton Herald's philanthropic giving is the Golden Herald Awards. The Golden Herald Awards was established in 1978 and has honored more than 4,300 high school seniors. I would imagine there are many former Golden Herald winners in the audience today. When I was first asked to judge for the Golden Herald Awards some number of years ago, I was new to the community and didn't understand what a big deal the Golden Heralds were. I was talking to my friend Teresa Raw about it, and she said, "Oh yeah, I won a Golden Herald Award when I was at Manatee High, and it's the only trophy my parents still have." I'm not saying that was a while ago, but she's now a doctor and the head of emergency medicine for Manatee Memorial. So it's been a while. On behalf of the Women's Resource Center and all the nonprofits in our community, congratulations on winning the Spirit of Manatee Award. I cannot think of a better way to celebrate the beginning of your 91st year.
Accepting the 2013 Corporate Community Spirit Award presented to the Bradenton Herald is its publisher and our friend Bob Turner. We're going to take a picture over here. Watch out for this plug right here.
Thanks, sir. Well, Kristen threw down the gauntlet. She didn't use any notes. She's also a Golden Herald nominee, I believe. So The real people that won this award are sitting at table number 10, and I'd like for them to stand up for a minute. You'll probably know every one of them. Thank you for that indulgence, because they really are the spirit of the Bradenton Herald. But, you know, we're only, in our 90 years of history, we're only caretakers of the Bradenton Herald and its philosophy. And philosophy of giving back to the community was born with the Bradenton Herald in 1922. And in the 60s, the Knight brothers, who were the founders of the Knight newspaper group, said it best, that your responsibility to your community and community involvement are equal to your responsibility as a newspaperman. They believed that that was a part and parcel of what you should be doing, and they didn't think anything of it. When people read their resumes of community service, they thought, well, you're doing what you should be doing. So they've done it long before me, and they'll do it long before all of us leave. So thank you very much for the recognition for the Bradenton Herald.
Congratulations, Bob. They've got one of these for you down there. Our Community Spirit honoree is nominated by Manatee Glens. Let's see what they have to say.
Nominating the Rotary Club of Lakewood Ranch was a natural for us at Manatee Glens. We share their commitment to service to the community and applaud the Rotarians' high standards for personal and professional conduct. Plus, they're a really friendly, engaging, and delightful group of people. Never tell this club that something can't be done. What they've accomplished in just 11 years with the annual Food and Wine Fest is truly remarkable. This service club created a stunningly successful event for our community that has raised more than $1 million for at least 30 charities. The Food and Wine Fest is not only a terrific fundraiser, it's also an amazing festival that has helped put Manatee on the map as home to great events. Lakewood Ranch Rotary has an international reputation. This club brought Shelter Box disaster relief to us as a U.S. affiliate and a clean water project in third world countries. Locally, they help bring the Children's Miracle League for Disabled Youth to our community. At Manatee Glens, we know Rotarians are generous with their time and their finances. When the club funded recreation equipment and a greenhouse for our Children's Day program, they helped supply volunteers to install the equipment and improve the recreation area. At one of their lunch meetings during the holidays, they passed the hat and collected enough money to buy gift certificates for more than a dozen teenagers in the foster care system. Their giving goes on and on. I'm convinced there's no challenge this group of dedicated people won't tackle, and when they do, they will do it with passion, enthusiasm, style, and unwavering commitment to service above self. Congratulations, Lakewood Ranch Rotary, on this well-deserved honor.
This year's Community Spirit Award is presented to the Rotary Club of Lakewood Ranch. Accepting for the Rotary Club today is President Lad Waldo and Lori Hagberg, Lori Hagberg, I hope I said that right, the committee chairman for the Suncoast Food and Wine Fest Public Relations. I'm going to walk over here and take a picture. Watch out for that.
Thank you, and on behalf of the over 70 members of the Rotary Club of Lakewood Ranch, I'd like to thank Mary Ruiz and the Manatee Glens, along with the Manatee Community Foundation for this recognition. While Rotary as an organization has been around since 1905, the Rotary Club of Lakewood Ranch has been open since 2001. In these last 12 years, we have accomplished a lot, but just who are we? Well, we are the founding partner of Najmi Thompson. We are Associate Investment Advisor at Raymond James. We are the Chief Development Officer of Tidewell Hospice. We are a semi-retired boat broker. We are the president of the Y Foundation. And we are the Chief Development Officer of Manatee Glens, also of Goodwill. So you can see, and we are the president of Easter Seals. As you can see, we are a variety of business leaders just like you. We are also the parents of preschoolers and the grandparents of college students. Consider joining Rotary because we're all about changing our community and indeed changing the world. Thank you.
Brad, I'm going to take that and we've got a question for you right down there. Congratulations. Next is the Volunteer Spirit Award, presented to an individual or couple volunteer fundraiser who demonstrates exceptional leadership skills in coordinating, recruiting, and motivating others to make financial contributions, contributes his or her time towards the success of fundraising events, directly contributes his or her own financial support, and by example encourages others to assume roles of responsibility in the charitable community. The 2013 Volunteer Spirit Honoree is nominated by Project Heart of the Manatee County School Board and by FELT, Feeding Empty Little Tummies. Let's hear what they have to say.
When Jane Evers learned that many children who receive free or reduced lunch at school during the week are often hungry on weekends, she made up her mind to tackle the problem, one hungry child at a time. Jane contacted me to find out more about the homeless children in our schools and to figure out how to offer these especially vulnerable children food for the weekends. She was alarmed when I told her that each of the past 2 years, Project Heart had identified around 2,000 children who were homeless or in danger of becoming homeless. Jane realized that she had tapped into an area of tremendous need among the poorest of our families, but she was undaunted and seemed to welcome the challenge. So Jane created FELT, Feeding Empty Little Tummies, to provide weekend food for homeless students and their younger siblings not yet in school. She immediately began soliciting donations of funds and food and found a location to store the food. She contacted principals at a few schools to offer her service, and soon she and her team of volunteers were loading backpacks every Friday with kid-friendly, easy-to-prepare food and delivering them to the schools. Because of her great determination, Jane quickly grew the FELT program from serving just a few schools to the point where they feed homeless students and their younger siblings at about a dozen elementary schools. And she is still expanding Feeding Empty Little Tummies. Jane's tremendous passion for feeding empty little tummies continues to amaze me. She is a force of nature, and she is making great things happen for the youngest and the neediest members of our community. Jane, thank you for all you do.
Deb has very nicely described how Jane started FELT. All I can add is that it has grown to such an extent because of the ceaseless work of Jane and her husband Bill, who's worked alongside of her picking up vans full of donated food all over town, sorting it and then delivering the big items we cannot put into backpacks to other agencies. We exchange those with St. Joseph's Food Pantry, the Salvation Army, and the Food Bank of Manatee for the little items they don't use in their large family boxes of food. We have a whole network for feeding the hungry. Nothing is wasted and not a penny is spent on anything but food. But Jane has always been involved in starting community projects. Since I've known her, she started Snooty in the Park as a waterfront family event. She has also instigated citywide events to honor our service people, and most of you have enjoyed the Yule Fest animated decorations display along Barcarata Boulevard each Christmas season. I've never met anyone who has dedicated so much of her life to a cause. She has her phone number on all the brochures, answers her door to receive boxes of food, and writes every thank you letter, operating from her dining room table office. All this is in addition to packing and delivering backpacks to the schools each week. No job is too little or too big for Jane when it comes to felt. There is no one who fits the requirements for the Volunteer Spirit Award better than my friend Jane Evers.
One who shows us that she is not resting, but she is plowing ahead to serve and continue her lifetime of service to others, Jane Evers. We're going to take a picture over here. Now there's something on the floor that I'm just going to navigate you around here.
Okay? Okay, gotcha. Thank you all for coming out today. And actually, I had been thinking probably for a month or so what I was going to say to you. I didn't know what Pat and Deb Haley were going to say, but they said everything I was going to say, so I can almost say thank you and sit down. I just want to thank the Community Foundation. They've been with Felt, Feeding Empty Little Tummies, from the very beginning, helping us financially and giving us encouragement. And one of the best things is that they have given us a forum in front of all of you folks today to tell you a little bit about Feeding Empty Little Tummies. I'm sure that there are a lot of people in this room that don't even know that we have this problem of these homeless children, hundreds and hundreds of them. They do okay during the week when they can eat at school. They often go hungry on weekends. That's where we come in with the backpacks. I didn't know anything about it myself until 2.5 years ago. I just happened to stumble on it because obviously I don't have homeless children living in vans on my street, and you probably don't either. But it is a problem, a very, very real problem here in Manatee County. But Manatee County has been wonderful, opening their hearts, their wallets, doing food drives, fundraisers, whatever. It's been very, very rewarding. So if anybody here would like to know more about Felt, I'm more than happy to talk to you for as long as you want to talk at some other time. As they said, I can be reached at regional headquarters on my dining room table. Or sometimes I go to the branch office, which is the breakfast room table. So if you need to know more about Felt, I'd love to tell you about it, and thank you very, very much. And I accept the award very humbly on behalf of the hundreds of wonderful people here in Manatee County who have reached out to help these poor children. Thank you.
I'm going to give you a fresh one of those downstairs so you don't have to carry that down there.
Okay.
Next is the Leadership Spirit Award, presented to an individual or couple demonstrating an active and ongoing charitable investment in the community, whose spirit of giving encourages and motivates others, and whose direct financial support has impacted one or more charitable institutions within our community. This year's Leadership Spirit honoree is nominated by Realize Bradenton. Let's see what they have to say.
On behalf of Realize Bradenton, I'm so pleased to have nominated Vernon Desear for this year's Leadership Spirit Award. Every day, Vernon makes Manatee County a better and more welcoming place for residents, employees, and visitors. He is truly a role model for emerging leaders. As a lifelong resident and vice president of Manatee Memorial Hospital, he is skilled at connecting organizations, projects, and people to build a healthy and vibrant community. Vernon's service to the Bradenton Downtown Development Authority and Realize Bradenton has been a guiding force in our downtown's renaissance. His ability to motivate others to work together inspired the expanded Riverwalk, which opened on October 18th and has attracted hundreds of thousands of visitors. Besides Realize Bradenton, Vernon donates his time and treasure to many other nonprofit organizations, such as Meals on Wheels Plus, Community Coalition for Homelessness, Manatee Education Foundation, and the Center for Building Hope, formerly the Cancer Support Community. Vernon, with all your community involvement, we don't know when you sleep, but we have discovered your secret. It is the Desear Give energy drink, packed full of your generosity and enthusiasm. Seriously, Vernon, congratulations on this well-deserved leadership award.
It's my great pleasure to present the man who is the role model for community service, the 2013 Leadership Spirit Award winner, Vernon Desear. We're going to step over here and take a picture. You're going to watch this plug right here so we don't trip.
We're always going to market something, so that's the new energy drink. Isn't that impressive? I thought you'd like that. I never know quite what John Ed is going to do, so you just kind of sit there and pray. But thank you to the Manatee Community Foundation. What a special treat this is for me. And I represent so many organizations just because of their value that I want to make sure that everybody realizes it's all a team effort. The Realize Bradenton board, the staff, the DDA, everybody that's looking out to just loving and serving this community and making it so that everyone else wants to come and share with us. But John Ed, thank you for that, and I want to know how much money we're going to make on this drink. The Community Foundation has set such a standard on vision and building hope and legacy. So it's incumbent on all of us to be able to do that as well. And, it's a joy for me to work with so many of you to be community partners and have the joy, again, of just taking care of the people here, making sure that their needs are met. We're nothing without our families. My whole family is here today. And I thank them for always encouraging me to dream and to seek to do extraordinary things. And I challenge everybody to find a way to make something extraordinary happen every day that you can, and then just sit back and see the positive results that come from that. My church family is represented today by my pastor, Dr. Philip Ham, and our worship minister, Scott Perkins, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. My standing ovation crew over here from the Manatee Memorial Foundation and Auxiliary, thank you. You inspire me every day to just, continue to do what we do. And I love you so much for your smiles and your encouragement. And then my hospital team, I work with the best hospital team, and I thank them every day for just allowing me the privilege of working with them. Thank you so much. This is really a treat for me. I appreciate it.
I got a question for you down there. The Lifetime Spirit Award is presented to an individual or couple demonstrating a lifetime record of exceptional generosity in the community, whose direct financial support exemplifies outstanding charitable and civic responsibility that has significantly advanced the mission of several charitable institutions within the community, and whose leadership and example encourages and motivates others toward greater roles in philanthropy. The Lifetime Spirit Award honorees are nominated by the Bradenton Christian School. Let's take a look.
Fred and Millie Vandergraff have demonstrated a persistent passion to help nonprofit organizations in Manatee County over the past 45 years. Volunteering and philanthropy were part of their lives starting as a young couple, and they have continuously seasoned their lives with great love and giving to many local charities. Fred and Millie have faithfully contributed numerous funds, served on the board of directors, and have chartered fundraising events for a long list of nonprofit organizations, including Bradenton Christian School, the Boys and Girls Club, Sweet Adelines, Manatee Religious Services, Salvation Army, Guardian Angels, and the Sheriff's Youth Ranch. What sparked the nomination of Fred and Millie Vandergraff for the Spirit of Manatee Lifetime Achievement Award is the long history of Fred and Millie conducting and donating to charity auctions. While Fred is an auctioneer, they have conducted the Bradenton Christian School auction for the past 30 years. On the other end of the spectrum, for the first time, Fred conducted the charity auction for DeWitt School this year. The passionate support that the Vandergraffs give to organizations is amazing, but they don't stop with just a handful. They keep adding to their list. We need this philanthropic attitude of not stopping with the comfortable few, but keep adding to fill the need in Manatee County. There are so many organizations that need supporters like the Vandergraffs, full of passion, encouragement, and the spirit of giving, the true spirit of Manatee. Thank you so much, Fred and Millie. You have touched so many lives.
It's my pleasure to present the Lifetime Spirit Award to Fred and Millie Vandergraff.
Thank you very much for the honor. When we do what we do, we don't expect this honor, and we thank you, our many friends and acquaintances, for being here with us. I can remember, I call them the lean years, when Fred and I didn't have enough money between us for a cup of coffee. And then there was a time when he came home and said, so-and-so came into the store and I gave them X amount of dollars. I said, why did you do that? We don't have enough ourselves. He said, they need it more than we do. God has blessed us so much in the last several years, and what we have is not ours, it's His. It's ours to share with others. Thank you.
Everything that we have today, we got from the Holy Spirit through Jesus Christ our Lord. It hasn't been easy, but it's been fun. And it's always fun to give. And we think of new ways to give and to give and to give. It doesn't hurt. It makes you feel good. I really felt good when I was in Sarasota doing an auction for Hearts of Fire. And that's a wonderful organization. And while I'm doing the auction, it's just not bringing the money I thought it should be bringing, so I get the bright idea, I'll pep them up a little bit. And I said to them, how many people, let me rephrase that, folks. I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give $25 to every person who has never been to this auction. 62 people stood up. So I'm not giving anything for you guys out there today. I want to thank the foundation. We accept it very humbly. We do what we can do, and we've been blessed by the Lord. Thank you.
What a great afternoon. It's always so inspirational to see the legacies and the great examples that all of the people that have been honored here represent and exemplify, and all the past honorees represent and exemplifies. And I think it says so much about who we are as a community and what our values were. And you know, when we talk about legacy and we talk about giving, and when you put those two together, it becomes very powerful. It starts with a seed, a spark, a group of individuals, a bunch of them named Bob Blaylock and Bob Christopher and Bob Bell and Stu Gregory and others who came together 15 years ago, 14 years ago and said, we need this type of organization in our community because it speaks to our values and who we are and the fact that we care so much about others who are in need, who need just a little hand up. To help them achieve their goals. And we want to create a foundation that will speak to legacy and grow. And so with the help of the Sarasota Community Foundation, we got started. And 8 years ago, we started having this lunch. And when we did, we were giving $300,000 approximately to our community. And today, 8 years later, we give over $2 million because of the work of the Manatee Community Foundation. because of the work of this organization, it inspires gifts of $3 million by the McCracken, $1 million of which came to the Community Foundation. And that just multiplies over and over again into our community. And we are the organization that can assist you with what your philanthropic legacy is going to be. And I think we are very, very fortunate to have this kind and this quality of an organization in our community. I want to thank our sponsors, our premier sponsor, once again, the Bassett, Vita, Vining, and Herman Group at Morgan Stanley, the folks at Pier 22 that did a great job on the event today, Marilyn Howard and the MCF staff, and the MCF Board of Directors, and all those that serve the Manatee Community Foundation. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you next year.